You're ready to change your life. You've got big goals, big dreams, and you are finally in the energy of, I am done settling. But here's a warning that no one tells you. Don't start changing your life until you understand what it actually requires. Because transformation is not just cute little Pinterest boards and writing intentions in your journal. Real transformation will shake you to your core. It will demand that you become someone you've never been before, someone who your current self doesn't even recognize yet. So if you are very serious about becoming the next level version of you, I want you to listen in. I'm going to be sharing everything in this episode. Let's begin. This is going to be hard to accept, but you must be willing to outgrow people. Old identities, old relationships, old dynamics. I'm sorry to tell you, beautiful, but they can't come with you. And that's because if you want to rise, you're going to have to get honest about who or what is keeping you small. I'm not saying that we're going to shift the blame onto other people and say, they have kept me small. No, it's not that. It's who currently is draining your energy that you could be spending, investing into becoming the next level version of you. Let me tell you something. I've said it before, it's lonely at the top. It might mean that you're walking alone for a little while. But that's not failure, it's alignment. Do you understand that the version of you who has everything that you were born to have, to achieve, to do, to embody, do you realize that that person is a very different person from who you are now? There are things that she cannot tolerate and does not tolerate. There are things that she has pushed herself to do. There are things so many times where she has been so out with her comfort zone where the magic's actually happened. But the problem is, well, it's not a problem, but the challenge is that when you're growing and you're developing, especially if you decide to do so at such a rapid rate, especially if you have a really close community of people that you spend all of your time with, if you're very extroverted, then you might find it very, very difficult, almost like you are being pulled back into that bucket that we spoke about, like those crabs in the bucket trying to pull you back down. And that is not an intentional thing. We are wired as humans to try and fit in because our survival depended on it once upon a time. So you had to be liked or you would be essentially outcast from the group, who were all taking care of each other in order to survive, because the threats back in the day were very, very, amplified compared to today. We don't face the same risks as there were once upon a time. So therefore, we need to understand that if we're going to step outside the box, if we're going to be pioneers, if we're going to do amazing things, that we have to be willing to be alone, to develop things, to work on things. And because humans are very social creatures in society, people are essentially going to wonder what you're doing, wonder why you're doing it, wonder why is she suddenly making all of these amazing changes in her life? Why is she trying to be someone else? They're going to potentially even tell you, you've changed. Why are you trying to do this, that? Why are you doing whatever you may be doing that is not what they would expect from you? And sometimes those people were the very people that kept you pushed down for so long, were actually the people who you didn't want to be your true self around. So it may come as a very big surprise to people that you're doing all these new amazing things, that you're growing and you're evolving into the version of you who's just so inspiring, full of spirit, full of all this amazing energy. But it might not look like you to some people. They might think, oh, well, that's not the version of her I know. That's not the person I know. Like, why is she changing? The fact is, you allowed yourself for so long to be swept away with other people's opinions of who you are. You let people categorize you and put you into essentially a basket that put you into a category of, oh, she's this type of person, she does these type of things. And what can happen is when you're willing to rise and do all this amazing work on yourself, inner work and outer work and spiritual work, when you're doing all of this, it can give you a very different energy. It really elevates your energy, and you can find that you actually have many fewer commonalities with people than you used to. And that can create quite a lot of tension, especially if those people are actually looking to, create amazing change in their life too, but it's just not seemed to materialize, probably because they don't have the confidence to start in case they fail. So that's a big thing. Sometimes those people will do whatever they can and try so hard to keep you where you are, to tell you, oh, you're beautiful just how you are. You don't have to change. You should love yourself how you are. Are you too good for us now? Oh, you have an amazing safe job. Why are you going to risk it on blah, 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 whatever you're looking to do? You know what my secret is? Keep your lips closed. It's not a secret, but that's what we do when we are evolving. We don't need to tell everybody what we're doing. You do the work in private and the results will speak for themselves. But let me tell you something else that's hard. You're going to have identity withdrawals. And what does that actually mean? It means that you're going to feel uncomfortable. Maybe even at times you're going to feel like a fraud. Why? Because you're letting go of an old version of you. And you've become so attached to that old version of you. The one who played small. The one who said yes to everything just to please and appease people. The one who tolerated way too much. The one that cared what people thought of her all the time. And guess what? As you shift, your nervous system might resist it. That's the hard part. It can feel so stressful. But that's okay. Keep going, keep telling yourself it's safe for me to grow, it's safe for me to evolve, it's safe for me to start moving towards the person I was born to be. And just breathe. Tell yourself and take it in baby steps. Because those tiny little steps, when you repeat them, when you just keep stepping outside your comfort zone a little bit, every day doing something challenging, that's when you grow so much confidence. People are always saying, how do I become more confident? Well, the way to become more confident is it's through self-belief. It's through doing things that actually really challenge you. Because when you do hard things, you have this sense of respect for yourself. I did that all by myself. And that can give you so much confidence. It's unbelievable. It's just a byproduct of your evolution, of you saying yes to all of the amazing opportunities, experiences that are out there for you and the person you were born to be. So you're going to have withdrawals. You're going to feel a bit fake sometimes, like, is this really me? Can I really do this? But yes, it is really you. It was who you were born to be. You're almost performing for other people anyway at the moment. Do you ever find that? Do you ever find that rather than really sink into who you're becoming and share all of the amazing things you've been doing? I hear this from clients so often. They don't want to boast about all the amazing things that are happening in their lives, but they're feeling like quite often friends and family have just got this perception of them. They are demeaning to them, acting as if they're not important, just almost quite condescending. And it's like, if you only knew what was going on in my life. But they don't want to sparkle, they don't want to shine and take the spotlight because it will appear like they're boasting. And the truth is, they would really inspire. Maybe not. Maybe they'll trigger. You're either going to inspire or trigger people. I'm telling you, when you start growing into your highest self and you start taking opportunities, focusing on developing yourself, you're really going to trigger some people. They're not going to like it. They're not going to like to see somebody evolving and doing all the things that they don't have the courage to do. And there's going to be potentially some friction, like we already spoke about there. But aside from that, there are going to be people that really are inspired by you. Your confidence, your power, your personal power that you have. So just keep that in mind as well. But you're not here, listen, you're going to die. You are going to die someday. So how are you actually going to live? You're going to get to the end of your life and you're going to see people fading away and you're going to see people doing all these amazing things in their life. Are you going to see people wasting their whole lives? But get them out of the picture and just focus on you. What do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? And on that last day, when you meet your creator, this is what I believe. I believe your creator will show you exactly the person that you could have been if you just did your best in every moment. If you just took the opportunities. And even listening to that makes me feel like so much guilt for the person that I know that I could be. But I don't believe that anyone can sit here. I mean, I work so much on myself, but sometimes I'm really challenged. And I do my very, very, very best. But I do believe we need to cut ourselves some slack. Because as long as we keep moving towards the goal, we're doing the job that our creator wants us to do. So you are going to have those identity withdrawals, but what you need to remember is that vision that was put there by God for you is who you're meant to be. So just keep moving forward, and you can do that without any shame, because it's who you were born to be. And now finally, I want to leave you with this point here. And it's hard and it's scary and nobody wants to do this, but the real change can only ever happen when you take action before you feel ready. People feel like, I can't wait to have this transformation in my life. But you're never going to get to that point of transformation unless you start to take the actions that are aligned with who you want to be. Perfectionism, procrastination, they're just fear dressed up in logic. You're never, ever, ever going to feel fully ready. I promise you, you're just not. And even if you do, by that point, the opportunity will probably be gone. And that's the point. You're never going to feel ready. I was telling my daughter this the other day. People who are courageous and they're brave, it's not that they don't have fear. They have a lot of fear, but they just believe and do it anyway. Bravery is not about you being devoid of fear, or you being without any fear. It's about you having the fear and saying, I'm going to take a deep breath, I'm doing this. And that resistance, that nervousness you have is a sign that you're doing absolutely everything perfect. Because powerful women, they move anyway. They trust themselves. They make decisions in alignment with the future and who they were born to be, not fear. Have the belief you're always going to be protected. You're always going to be looked after by your creator, by God, by the universe. You always are. You always will find a solution. And the scariest, most crazy things turn out to be not that bad in the end. Even if in a lifetime one of these fears that you have does actually manifest because you've been thinking about it so much. But powerful women trust themselves. And that's the key. They trust themselves and they respect themselves enough to keep taking daily actions even when it doesn't feel like it's amounting to anything. Even when the changes aren't visible overnight, they keep moving in the positive direction with a positive attitude, knowing that good is going to come of this. And change isn't actually something you dabble in. This is the whole point of today's video. It's something you commit to. So don't go and do anything crazy like quit your job because somebody on YouTube said that change isn't something you have to commit to. No, put a plan in place. Develop yourself. Get ready for the right opportunity to come to you and present itself when you have been taking aligned actions. And before you even begin to shift your life, ask yourself, am I ready to let go of who I've been? Am I ready to become the woman I came here to be, the woman I was created to be? And if the answer is yes, give me a thumbs up in this video right now, and let's do this for real. If you answered yes, then the spark activation is your next step. It is your personalised energetic strategy. It's going to help you to uncover exactly what has been keeping you stuck and to unlock the version of you who already has the life that you desire. So this stuff isn't mindset fluff, it isn't a course, it isn't a program, it is a deeply bespoke roadmap to your embodied transformation, but just faster. So you can find out all the information via the link below or at shop.mrsmanifestation.com/spark. It is an amazing resource for you, so make sure you find out more about that. And before I go, I just want to remind you, if you're watching this video, you are ready. You are ready to start changing your life. So just imagine what you could achieve by just saying, yes, I'm doing this today. I'm moving forward. I have the support. I have the clarity. Now let's make it happen. So again, make sure you're subscribed for my next incredible video. It's going to help you to become the woman that you were born to be. Make sure you check out Spark Activation, and I'll see you there or in the next video. Have an amazing day, beautiful. You have got this.